Hi everyone. I hope this video finds you healthy and safe, and in a as good a place as can be expected right now. I am recording this video on Sunday night. It's Sunday, March 22nd, just about 7:30. And I actually tried to record it a couple of times over the past couple of days, but this situation has evolved so incredibly rapidly that I actually ended up delaying it as long as possible. And there's a good chance that if you're watching this, later in the week, like Wednesday or Thursday, that things may have shifted even then. So I'll keep this brief so that the time you spend on the work for this class is efficient and focused. I don't mean to repeat myself in my emails. I just want to make sure everyone has this information. So let's push back the due date for the single system design paper. We'll make that due April 5th. Um, the other change I'm making right now is to eliminate any of the readings that are not part of the Faulkner and Faulkner text. So there are no readings for this week. Week 9. And then you read chapter 11 in weeks 10 and 11, and then chapter 12 in Faulkner and Faulkner in weeks 12 and 13. The chapters are short, you could focus on the summaries, that kind of thing. The So I hopefully that eases the burden associated with this class a little bit. I also made a short video. It's about 15 minutes long. It's in this week's updates, and that'll walk you through making a chart for the single system design graph. As always, something gives you trouble, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I can walk you through it. We can get you squared away. Um, the last bullet point I mentioned on here, let me just sort of say it explicitly. Things are changing so rapidly still. So I anticipate additional changes. I'll mention them in the sort of weekly updates I do. I'll also communicate by email. I realize there's probably a lot of things coming at you, and you have a lot of things to deal with. So um, we can sort of set aside deadlines. I've never made a big deal out of deadlines anyway. But yeah, just keep in touch, and we'll finish the semester as strong as we can. One of the things that I do need to mention, or I do want to mention, is UB has made a policy change with respect to grading. You have the option of requesting an S or a U grade. The S is satisfactory, U is unsatisfactory. You may have heard this at other institutions. It's called pass-fail. Satisfactory is essentially pass. Unsatisfactory is essentially fail. Um, that option, you can actually elect to to go with this option right up until the end of the semester, which is May 10th. It's actually the very last day of finals, so you don't need to decide now. But this is an option that is available to you. If you think this is something you're going to want to go with, get in touch with me. Let's talk. We can talk through it real quick. We can talk about um, how it would impact certain things. I think the reason the university went this way is that the next couple of weeks are just going to be they're going to be filled with so much unpredictability that they wanted to give students an option to be able to do sort of the minimum amount of work needed to get through the semester with a passing satisfactory grade, and then move on if someone had to deal with caring for family members or work or something like that. So again, we can do this on an individual by individual basis. So if you want to go this way, just get in touch with me, and we can move towards something like this. And again, this isn't a decision that you need to make anytime soon. You've got until May 10th to go with this option. So keep that in the back of your mind. The thing I want to I do want to sort of reiterate though, is that um, I am here to help you finish the semester successfully, and whatever that looks like. So my office hours haven't changed. You're still welcome to call 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. You're welcome to email anytime. I'm a little bit behind on email, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. We can set up times to Skype or Zoom outside of that 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. thing if you want. And if you want to talk about other stuff, whether it's grades or course planning, career planning, that kind of thing, we can talk about that too. I'm happy to do that. So again, let me just sort of reiterate that I'm here to help you get through this semester successfully, whatever that looks like for you. So just looking forward to the rest of the semester. Let me just move myself real quick. Um, we have ahead of us about 5 weeks of data analysis stuff, and I don't mean for that to sound like a lot. It's actually sort of divided into three. Excuse me. It's sort of divided into three big chunks. So this week there's a lecture for me on codebooks and databases. That's it. That's all you have to do this week. There's no reading. There's no discussion. Nothing else. We then spend 2 weeks on descriptive statistics, 2 weeks on inferential statistics. That takes us up through week 14. Week 14, just as before, we didn't have any material plan, so there's no lecture, no reading that week. And then the last assignments in the exam will be due in week 15. There are two assignments that are both due like in weeks 11 and 13. So they're sort of due at the end of each of these modules here. They're Excel assignments. My lectures walk you through everything that you need to do. They're not all that difficult, but I am sort of relaxing expectations. So as long as you try it, as long as you put you put some effort forth, I'll give you the credit for it, and we'll sort of move on from there. I am looking at changes to the final exam. I don't know what they are yet, and the reason is that that's still a couple of weeks away, and I had to do I'm trying to deal with this stuff that's a little bit more proximal. So I will keep you updated on any changes we make to the exam. So, like I said, I'll conclude this here. I hope this message finds you well. I hope it finds your loved ones, your family members well. Keep in touch, and I will do the same. All right, bye everyone.